Hello, YouTube family. Yes, I'm continuing to wear my Eagles gear. This is the Saquon Barkley jersey. Thank you, New York Giants. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture, and in all my excitement, I forgot to do the hug or ritual. Come on. It's our cute, not knowing, and now we're going to know. I'm wearing a lot of green this week. The city of Philadelphia is planning a huge parade on Friday, so that'll be another day when there will be a lot of green. But I'm super excited, and I'm so grateful for your comments. I threw a lot of questions out about the game. The musical entertainment will continue the conversation today. It's a great feeling in this tri-state area that I live in for Eagles fans all across the country. Jalen Hurts was named the MVP. I think he's in Disney World or Disney World right now. I gotta tell you, in the beginning of the season, when they were like 2-2, you would hear the comments, and I think those negative comments really fueled him to say, I'm going to show you, because yesterday he showed them. I remember one time watching when Daniel Jones of the Giants was the quarterback, and Fox analyst was like, Daniel Jones is better than Jalen Hurts. It was like, where? Why do we always have to be so much better than an average quarterback? Daniel Jones subsequently was bounced, and now he's a backup, I believe, for the Vikings. I would hear the comment, he doesn't throw the ball enough. He holds the ball too long. He wants to insist on a running game. And just, he ain't got it. He won't get us there. I hope that them Jalen Hurts haters are eating crow right now, because he proved so many people wrong. Always remember in life, a delay is not a denial. Do we like delays? No. We're impatient. And we absolutely hate being told no. But a no could be a blessing. It took me years to realize that and to look at things better. And subsequently, my life has, how to put it, I'm understanding more of life. Even though I don't want to hear no, I understand what the no is, and that a delay is not a denial. For when you do get it, it is so sweet and it's so good. And this was, a lot of people called it a revenge game. Now, there were a lot of things that took place before we get into the music. For the first time in history, Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts, the first quarterback wide receiver duo to win a national championship and a Super Bowl. How about that? Jalen Hurts was named the MVP of the game, and it was a great one. I don't think people were expecting the blowout that they did. Did the Chiefs take it for granted? Did the Chiefs just not show up, that they think they had it in the bag? Some are saying that Patrick Mahomes suffered a head injury first quarter, and that just threw everything off. Whatever it is, it was a blowout win, and the Eagles won yesterday, and they're the 2025 Super Bowl champs. Now, there were things that happened during the game. Actually, there were things that happened before. And I'm not a huge Swiftie fan. I don't dislike her. But yesterday, y'all know Trump was there. Cost taxpayers $20 million. Meanwhile, they're cutting every federal program to save money, but y'all send him to Super Bowl and it costs $20 million. He started trolling Taylor Swift when the crowd, they said, was booing her. You're a grown man. You're the leader of the free world. You really got to keep harassing this woman? There's no need to harass her. I don't care if you don't like her. There's no need to harass her. And Travis Kelce, she feels some kind of way because early in the week he was saying, oh, it's an honor to have him here. But he talks about your girlfriend, terrible, and this is your woman. Now, I know everybody wants to be politically correct, but at the same time, you don't want nobody talking about your woman like this. I didn't like it, and it's dangerous to have the leader of the free world constantly harassing a pop star. What do you care that she did not support you? And I see why she shies away from politics. But I thought that was, ugh, I thought it was very unnecessary. Let's talk about the pregame. Lettucey was something else. Lettucey was amazing. Lettucey. She did the Black National Anthem, and there's a lot of controversy. I had to tell some woman who tried to tell me that I know my history. This was another social media platform. I said, I'm a black woman in America. I know my history. Don't let these wigs fool you. I know my history, and there is a need for a black national anthem. It was a song that came out of resilience and prospects of a better tomorrow for oppressed people. It is very needed because there was time with the regular national anthem that we as black Americans were not included. Not included. So all of this, we should only have one. And you don't know your history. I said, girl, if you don't go sit down, you don't go sit down immediately. Yes, we do, because we all need to be reminded and never forget when we were not included. I promise you I'll go back to being silly in 5 minutes, but I had to bring that up. People hate it when they do any tampering with the national anthem. And John Batiste, he made a jazzy version. Um, Whitney Houston did the best, and Marvin Gaye, even though he totally rearranged it, but a lot of people get very sensitive. Trombone Shorty and Lauren Daigle, they did America the Beautiful. Kendrick Lamar at halftime. Now, I have to admit, at first, I was like, oh, it's too calm. I think because just being used to the excitement and the bells and whistles, but I've watched it about 5 times now since then, and there was a message. It wasn't a message for everyone, it was a message for people to get. If you're looking for the bells and whistles that we've gotten in the past with the superstars, you didn't get it in this performance. You had Serena Williams crip walking. You had Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam. It was different. He did not like us, and you had to really pay attention to get the message. This was extremely divisive because you have those who hated it, saying that Jay-Z needs to stop making the decisions, to those who absolutely not only loved it, but absolutely got the message. It'll take a couple of viewings for many of us. And I know I've seen it between last night and today, up until about an hour ago, like 5 times. And I do get it. I love the fact that when I throw a question out, you will answer the question. See, you can learn something new every single day, and it's important to have an open ear. And I think that's why I get so teed off when people don't understand. You can agree to disagree, and you can. Everybody's not going to think alike. We're not a monolith. We're not going to think alike, but we can sit down and have the discussion to have a better understanding. Here in Philadelphia, we're having a parade on Friday. I always had the same call. Don't be coming here tearing up the city. Now, there were some acts of violence like there are when there are big celebrations, but the big parade is happening in Philadelphia. The commercials, which are 8 million for 30 seconds, there were some really good ones. My favorite was the Nike commercial for women, about women in sports. You can't win. They say you won't win. And then the ultimate message was go win. It was fabulous as they featured some of the biggest females in sports. Great commercials. I love the funny ones. I told y'all last week I loved Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal, the Hellman's Mayonnaise, when Harry met Sally. Take off. The Dunkin' commercials were good. There were so many. They were either heartwarming and touching with the horses or the dogs, or just downright funny like it was with the Dunkin' commercials. But there were a lot. We saw movie premieres and everything. I kept looking up saying, Wow, it's a lot of commercials going on here. So, advertising, and they did do well. I do not know at this moment how they did in the ratings, but I'm sure that breakdown will come tomorrow. There is a series coming out about Muhammad Ali. It's going to air on Prime Video, being produced by Jay-Z's Rock Nation, Michael B. Jordan, and Muhammad Ali's third wife, Lonnie. It takes you back to when Muhammad Ali was Cassius Clay as a child. And you know what led him into boxing? He was a kid growing up in Louisville, Kentucky, and somebody stole his bike. Well, he was determined, nobody will ever steal my bike again. I better learn how to fight. It follows through him through his career, which had many ups and downs and challenges. I personally think he fought about 7 too many fights, which kind of led to that Parkinson's, because he was not the same at the end of his career. Playing Muhammad Ali's father is Omari Hardwick, Ghost from Power. He's playing Cassius Clay Sr. Playing Muhammad Ali is Jalen Best. That actor is playing it. As I said, it's being produced by Michael B. Jordan, Rock Nation, and his third wife, Lonnie. It's a new series about Muhammad Ali coming to Prime Video. And of course, when I find out the date, we are definitely going to let you know. I just got word that Eddie Murphy will be at the Saturday Night Live 50th celebration. Now, I don't know if they wanted to just wait until the week before to announce him, but when they did not bring up Eddie's name, I was like, I know y'all not trying to celebrate 50 years of this show and not include Eddie Murphy, who is just one of the greatest to come out of that show. Yes, there was Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi and Kate McKinnon, Kenan Thompson, who's still rocking it, Jimmy Fallon, Leslie Jones, Tracy Morgan, Chris Rock. I love he's part of the show. I know he's going to be there for the celebration. Amy Poehler, let's not forget the first black man on there, Garrett Morris. What's his name? Vanessa Mitchell. There were so many, and a lot of stars are going to be participating, including Dave Chappelle, Tom Hanks, and those like a Steve Martin, who have hosted numerous times. But Eddie Murphy, they say, is going to be there. Now, I hope he's not in there for a flash, because when you just think of the greats and the great characters, it was Eddie Murphy. And he was like a teenager. I think he was like 19 years old, but Eddie Murphy really was one of those stars who had made such an impact. I did hear he had a falling out with Lorne Michaels. There was comedian David Spade who tried to clown Eddie Murphy and said he wasn't washed, because you know every Eddie Murphy movie ain't great. He's had hits or misses, but there was one movie that bombed real bad, and David Spade thought it was funny to joke about it, and Eddie was mad. Like, Lorne Michael, you thought that was cool to do that? Because he is one of the greats. And I'm going to tell you something funny. When I said that I didn't like Vampire in Brooklyn, remember the movie that he did with Angela Bassett? And y'all were like, I can't believe you ain't like that movie. I don't know, it was something about it. It was like, Patty, you need to watch it again. You need to see it, so I might give it one more try. But not all of the movies have been greats. But he sure played some great characters. Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood, the James Brown character. What was the? It escapes me. The green character. I know you're just going to flood the comments and say, Patty, it was Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. There was the buckwheat character. When he was the green character, it'll come to me. Watch, as soon as I turn this off, it's going to come to me. But he just had some memorable characters on that show. But Eddie Murphy is going to be a part of it with the other comedic greats that made Saturday Night Live the institution that it is. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture. Can we get that hug again and make up for the one I didn't get yesterday? Thank you. I love how you respond. That's all I'm going to say. I put it out there. I love how you respond. We are almost at 80,000 because this is the year we push towards 100,000. Subscribe to the channel. That button comes up. Give us a thumbs up that you like the video. And of course, keep it touch, leave a comment because we have big hair, curls, and scoop every day. Maybe 6 days a week, you'll see us up here with the curls and the scoop. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Great evening, great morning, whenever you watch. Auntie appreciates you. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.